In the past 7 years, I feel like we witnessed Ariana Grande go from trap pop star princess to this clean girl aesthetic. And honestly, I live for it. And I love all of Ariana Grande's different eras, but I feel like the commentary around her body has never been quiet. From her debut, people would always make comments about her body and how small she is or if she gained a little bit of weight. Even when we think about her Thank You Next era, which a lot of people think is her best era, people would comment on how much weight she gained during that era and how full her face would look. But after the Wicked press tour and now going into the Petal era and seeing her on tour, Ariana Grande has only gotten thinner and thinner. And it makes me think, are people actually worried about Ariana Grande herself, or do they just want to comment on her body? Hi, I'm Kinda Wayne King. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome in. All that I ask is that you press like on the video and subscribe to join the kingdom. Please get yourself some coffee or tea or whatever kind of drink and snack. Right now I have an iced Americano that's almost gone. If we're being real, honestly, in the past 4 years, I feel like the talks about Ariana Grande's body has only gotten louder. And recently, like specifically the last 2 weeks, a video of her on tour went really viral. And I'm not gonna lie, on this video, all the comments are commenting on her body, which, listen, I get it. When we look at this video, it doesn't look like the Ariana that we're normally used to seeing. But also, in addition to the tour video going viral, Ariana Grande released the Petal music video and the Petal album. And I feel like in the Petal music video, you can see certain angles of her, and in certain scenes, she does look visibly thinner. Especially when you compare it to the scene where she's wearing a chest plate and you don't see the bones in her chest anymore. And listen, I do agree she does look thinner, and I feel like it's okay to think that and want well for her, but I feel like a lot of the comments surrounding Ariana Grande's body is not really helpful. Or it's not coming from people that want to help her. When I open the comments and I see people comparing her to an animal, or I see really dark things that people say is going to happen to her, I feel like we should take a step back. I don't know if anyone remembers, but a few years ago, right before Ariana Grande started filming Wicked, I believe, she came on TikTok and she was talking about how we shouldn't comment on people's bodies and that she's seen everyone talk about her body recently.
I think we should be gentler and less comfortable commenting on people's bodies, no matter what. I know personally for me, the body that you've been comparing my current body to was the unhealthiest version of my body. I was on a lot of antidepressants and drinking on them and eating poorly, and at the lowest point of my life when I looked the way you consider my healthy. The second thing is you never know what someone is going through. So even if you are coming from a loving place and a caring place, that person probably is working on it or has a support system that they are working on it with, and you never know.
I feel like that was Ariana's way of saying, hey, please stop talking about my body in a very direct way. I feel like as she said in the video, like, we don't know her. Also, she has a support system in place and she's working through things with the people around her. I don't think Ariana Grande has to disclose what's going on in her personal life to everyone. Like, yes, she may look thinner, but I feel like her mom, her brother, her friends, everyone around her has also told her that, and they're probably working through something. Or what if she has something going on that we don't know? When we see someone like that, I feel like it's okay to wish them well. But the other side of that is when you have millions of people saying, oh, you're gonna pass away soon. Oh, you look gross. Oh, you look this way. And we don't know what's going on behind closed doors. Like, it's one thing to worry about her and care about her and want better for her. If you ever met anyone that struggled with eating or dealing with food, there's a lot of things that can be very triggering to them. And say if Ariana Grande was dealing with something, if you open her comments, do you not think that that's not going to trigger her? Like, I feel like we should be a little bit nicer on the internet, but it's the internet. We can't ask for that. But also, I feel like a lot of real Ariana Grande fans know this, but a lot of people kind of forget everything that Ariana Grande has been through her, like, whole career, really. From the tragedy that happened in Manchester, from losing Mac Miller, to then getting married and cheated on by her husband. And listen, I'm not saying Ariana Grande is a perfect person. Yes, she has done wrong, but I feel like when someone has gone through so many dark things, let the girl live a little bit. Like, she's probably just trying to live life. But even before this era, when people think about her peak and when she looked the best, like during her Sweetener, Thank You Next, like even Positions era, even then people would comment on her body and say that she didn't look good. Listen, I'm not commenting on her body when I say this, but her Thank You Next era is one of my favorite eras from a pop artist of all time. Say what you want, I already see the comments right now, but it was one of my favorite eras of all time. And it's not because of how she looked, but I feel like that trap pop star princess vibe that she had was beautiful. But also when I look back at that era, I do know it was her darkest era.
That this has been one of like the best years of my career and like the worst of my life. I'm not saying that for sympathy, I'm just saying that because I feel like a lot of people would look at someone in my position right now, I guess, like Woman of the Year, an artist that could be at her peak, like reaching her, you know, whatever, and think she's really got it together, you know, like she's really on it, like she's got it all. And I do, but as far as like my personal life goes, I really have no idea what I'm doing.
I don't remember any of it. I was drunk the entire time we made this out. I'm not kidding. I don't know. I don't remember anything.
Really?
No, I'm just kidding.
But music-wise, the Thank You Next album is the definition of like trap pop Bible. But also me even just growing up since that album, I feel like that album was what, 7 years ago? I don't expect Ariana Grande to be the same woman she was in 7 years. Me listening to that 7 years ago, I'm not the same person I was, you know, listening to that. So much happens in that time frame where it's like only human where people are going to change and grow and get into new eras. And while personally I think that's my favorite era of hers, let's not act like she did not get a lot of hate during that era. During that era, people would talk about how swollen her face is, and why do her lips look like that, and why does she look overall bigger, and why is her ponytail so big, why are her clothes so baggy. Like people would always talk about her body and how she looks in that era and even now. And I think the real question is, when is Ariana ever going to be good enough for everyone else? And the answer to that is never. When people look at Ariana Grande or look at other musicians or other celebrities, they're never good enough for the public eye. So every year they just find something to pick on and they keep talking about it and keep going, but it's like, when are we going to realize these are real people and it affects them? Like Thank You Next was arguably her most depressed era, but she was cranking out those hits, hitting the number ones, outselling literally everything. And I just feel like knowing all of that and seeing how now people would consider her healthy then, I feel like that's not really what Ariana Grande's healthy body would look like. And when I say healthy, I don't mean, oh, skinny or this. I mean seriously, like drinking every day or just drinking, you know, like when you drink alcohol, you swell up. For people that don't drink or people that are too young to drink, when you drink alcohol, you get a little bit of swollen, you get bloated. Mixing alcohol and antidepressants will do something to your body, okay? And not a good thing at all. So on top of being bloated, you're gonna have a lot of mental things going on, and that's why it was such a dark time for her. Not even considering everything going on in her personal life, but put that all together and it's not a good mix. But even after the Thank You Next era, when we went into Positions era and we had like the, you know, the 2020, 2021, all of that stuff going on, Ariana Grande decides to slowly enter her R&B era, and I loved it personally, but a lot of her fans hated it and they would attack her for it. And I also remember people talking about her body because at this time she's freshly married, you know, she looks good. Listen, her lips were done up. I love the filler in Ariana Grande's lips. It's gone now, but she looked good. I'm not against getting plastic surgery or getting any work done. I feel like it's your body, do whatever you want. And if you don't want to, you don't have to. But in Position, that top lip was filled and I loved it. She looked good, her hair was good, her makeup was good, everything was good. But she got so much hate for that album from her fans and how she was looking and her aesthetic at that time that she completely shelved the rest of that era. Like we're still missing music videos that she filmed from that she's not releasing. But then Ariana Grande goes quiet and it's announced that she goes on The Voice. And once this announcement comes out and she's seen on The Voice, her fans notice that she looks a little bit different. And yet again, here we are talking about Ariana's looks and her body for simply existing. She goes on The Voice and everyone's like, why does she look different? What's going on? Like they can't pinpoint what it is. Personally, I think that she just dissolved a little bit of her top lip filler. I think that was the start of her really like dissolving a lot of things. But personally, I think she still looked good. I think Ariana Grande is always going to look good because Ariana Grande is beautiful. Whether she has filler, Botox, whatever procedure's done, she's always going to look good because she's a beautiful person. And listen, even if she woke up tomorrow and got her lips done and her cheek filler back and, you know, did everything again like the previous Ariana Grande that everyone wants so badly, I would still love her. If she didn't do that, I would still love her. I feel like everyone should accept people for who they are or who they want to be and just let it be that. We don't have to get on her and attack her for how she's looking. And while I say all of that, I feel like it would do us a disservice if we didn't talk about the Wicked era. And listen, things were wicked in the Wicked era. I'm gonna admit it here, they were wicked. Not because of the way that she looked, but because of how all the press tours kind of went. And then when I say wicked, I'm not commenting on her body or the weight or anything. When you saw Cynthia and Ariana Grande in an interview crying, hugging, and doing all of this weird stuff and how close they were, girl, for a second, I was like, girl, what is Wicked about? Like, I was like, girl, did I know a different story of Wicked? Like, did something change? Like, girl, I'm like, Wicked is cute and all, but these interviews, girl, hold on. Like, something is different here.
And refuge in the witches, and I just...
Whoa, stop. Whoa. We can't help it. We're trying our best. But there's a lot of emotional things that happen, and we're just going with it.
Yeah, you need to understand. It's been like 3 years, people.
And even me, I was like, okay, girl, y'all are crying a little bit too much. Like, the movie's good, yes, but y'all, what is going on? Like, y'all, like, why are we crying? But on top of the comments of the press tour, I feel like it didn't help that she was getting visibly thinner during this. Not only Ariana, but the whole Wicked cast was looking visibly thinner. And everyone was like, what is going on the Wicked set? Why is everyone so skinny? Why is everyone so thin? And for one second, I'm like, okay, like what is going on here? But when you actually do look at the whole cast, especially the women of the cast, they do look visibly thinner. And it's like, okay, did something go on set? Are the producers asking them to lose weight or like what's going on? That was my general thought at first. Because when you see a whole cast get visibly thinner after filming a movie, my first thought is, are you guys okay? Are they overworking you? Like what is going on? But once again, I feel like there's a difference between thinking, are they okay? What's going on? And oh my God, they look gross and you shouldn't look like that. Like that's very different. And as if it couldn't get any worse, Cynthia also got a lot of comments about how masculine she looked and why she was always defending defending Ariana Grande. And they would use AI edits of her as a man and like try to make her look manly and like just very, very gross things going on around this time that made the Wicked era so dark. I feel like this was the start of the biggest hate train against Ariana Grande. And I mean, like I mentioned earlier, Ariana Grande came out and she was talking about people talking about her body. And I truly believe we should let her exist in her body. If she has something going on, like, okay, it's one thing to be worried, but like, let's be nice. In one of the interviews during the press tour for Wicked, Ariana Grande spoke out about people talking about her body. And I feel like this reaffirms her earlier message of like, you don't know what's going on. Why are you talking about my body? Let's be a little bit kinder to people.
It's something that is uncomfortable no matter what scale you're experiencing it on. Even if you go to Thanksgiving dinner and someone's granny says, oh my God, you look skinnier, what happened? Or you look heavier, what happened? It's like, that is something that is uncomfortable and horrible no matter where it's happening, no matter the scale it's happening on. And I think in today's society, there's a comfortability that we shouldn't have at all. Commenting on others' looks, appearance, what they think is going on behind the scenes, or health, or how they present themselves, you know, from what you're wearing to your body, to your face, to your everything. There's a comfortability that people have commenting on that I think is really dangerous. And I think it's dangerous for all parties involved. I'm really lucky to have the support system that I have, and to just know and trust that I'm beautiful, you know?
And after this, I feel like we jump into the Eternal Sunshine / Petal era / the tour era where we are right now. And I remember when Ariana Grande first went on tour, the comments were like semi-positive. And I'm gonna say semi, and that's honestly being nice, because they were fake nice, okay? The comments were really fake nice. I feel like the first show on tour, no one was talking about how thin she looked. It was more on, oh my God, she's back on tour, we're so excited. But after show 2 or even 3, people are talking about how her female dancers are so much larger than her, and why are her female dancers plus size, and this must be a way for Ariana to feel skinnier than everyone else. And I feel like when we get to this point, you need to put down the phone. You need to go outside, you need to do something else. Like, if you're asking Ariana Grande, why do you have plus size dancers? I feel like you are part of the problem. Dancers can come in all shapes and sizes. Ariana Grande has also been known to have very diverse dance casts. Like, not just this tour, but since her debut, she's always had a very diverse group of people around her. So I feel like going to Ariana Grande being like, why do you have diversity on your tour? You're not a real fan. You don't even care. You're just here to hate on her. But also, dancers eat. No matter what shape, size you are, dancers eat. Like, they're professional dancers. Let them dance. And not only think about Ariana Grande, but think about these dancers. Imagine being one of those dancers and you get online and you see people say, oh my God, why are her dancers so big? Like, imagine someone saying that to you. You would feel gross. But I feel like online, it's okay to say that because it's Ariana Grande and her dancers. And I just feel like this is one of those moments that really makes me think the internet just wants to hate her. Because how is inclusion and celebrating different bodies a bad thing? I feel like, honestly, no one can convince me that that will ever be a bad thing. Not even Ariana, like no one. It doesn't matter. Including people from different groups is always a beautiful thing. And I'm aware that some people with an ED like to feel thinner than other people, so they'll surround themselves with people that are larger than them or compare themselves to bigger people. But I don't feel like that's the case with Ariana Grande on tour. This girl is singing, dancing around, and she has dancers of all shapes and sizes. Why, when Ariana Grande is inclusive, is it a problem and it has to deal with her weight? But when another artist does it, it's like, oh my God, yes, congrats, good job. But for Ariana Grande, it's turned into a negative thing. When Ariana Grande has not said anything about her weight or these dancers' weights or any of that. Like, Ariana Grande approved these dancers. She loves these dancers. Well, let's be clear. I love them. You probably watching this also probably love them. But there's a big population of people that are like, she should not have these kind of dancers around her if she's going to be that skinny. And I feel like that's not okay. Then the other night on tour, a video of her goes viral. And I mean like mega viral. Like, it goes really big. And Ariana Grande is singing, and I believe you can see like all of her bones in her chest, and she looks very thin. Or even when you look at her arms, it doesn't look like she has much fat. You can just see them being very, very toned. And a lot of people are worried. They're like, how is she singing and performing and doing all of this when she looks that thin? Is something going on? And the comments that she was getting once this went very viral were like worldwide hate. It was no longer just like American people talking about it, girl. It was the globe talking about, is she sick? What is going on? Is she bad? Like, we don't know what's going on behind closed doors at all. But also, what if there's something going on medically? I'm not saying that there is anything going on medically, but we don't know what goes on behind closed doors. Do any of you remember Chadwick Boseman? He was a very popular actor. He played in Black Panther. And I feel like before he passed away, for like 3 or 4 years, people were talking about how he went from muscular to thin and how he looks ugly, how he looks thin and sick, and he should not look that way. And I remember this being a big discussion. Like, I'm not talking about like 1%. If this was going on for like 3 or 4 years, up until he passed, people were talking about how bad he looked. And once he passed, his family announced that he was battling cancer. And ever since that moment, it really scared me because you really don't know what's going on behind people's closed doors, or even, you know, these celebrities behind the scenes at least. But I feel like when we see someone like Ariana Grande, a mega superstar who has a family, a support system around her, who has access to all the treatments and therapy that she can get, when we see her going from the Thank You Next era to now, I think we should just take a step back and be like, hey, is something going on? We don't know if she's battling anything behind the scenes. And listen, I'm not saying that she's battling anything. I'm not saying she has any type of disease, but I'm saying that simply we don't know, and maybe we could be a little bit nicer to her. Because Lord forbid something bad does happen to her and then it comes out, oh, she was battling with this privately. She shouldn't have to come on Instagram and be like, hey guys, this health concern is going on. This is why I look this way. Like, she shouldn't have to do that for people just to be nice to her. I feel like being nice should be the norm versus seeing her look thinner than she did a few years ago and be like, oh, she's doing this on purpose. When I'm sure Ariana Grande is probably not doing this on purpose. I don't know. I just remember when Chadwick Boseman passed away, everyone felt so bad for talking about him for 4 straight years. And I feel like instead of talking and commenting on people's bodies, when you don't know what goes on in their daily life or their personal life or what kind of health things they're going through, if any at all, we should just not comment on people's bodies. Ariana Grande has come out so many times saying, can you please stop commenting on my body? I have a support system in place. You guys do not know what's going on behind the scenes. I feel like that's her way of hinting at, hey, I'm working on my own issues. Let me be. And the body that everyone deemed to be so healthy and perfect during the Thank You Next era was actually very unhealthy and dark for her. I'm not saying now is her healthiest. All I'm saying is let's just take her word for it and understand that she's trying to work through something. And honestly, I hope she never shares what she's working through because people are so evil online. I wouldn't even feel comfortable coming online talking about that if I got that kind of hate for the way that I look. So I don't care if Ariana Grande is too skinny for you or if she looks too big or if she looks however you think. Let that girl be. That girl has been through so much over the last 20 years of her career. Let's be real. Okay, maybe not 20, maybe like 16 or 15 or 13, whatever. But I feel like even when she had red hair and it was acting, the public has never been nice to her. And I'm not even talking about like news outlets in the media. I even mean her fans and like TikTok and Twitter and Instagram. Everyone has always just felt comfortable commenting on her body. And I don't think that that should be the norm. But that's all I have to say. I feel like I'm repeating myself here. If you did make it in the video, let me know what you think about all of this. Also, thank you guys for all the love on my latest videos and like subscribing and joining the kingdom. It's just been so fun to like build a community and get back to posting on YouTube. And trust me, I'm here to stay. I'm gonna keep posting. And if you want to support a baddie, please follow me on Instagram. I'm gonna finish my coffee now. I love you. Make sure you like the video and join the kingdom, okay?